So there are, I wouldn't say secrets, but there are two aspects in how to build unbreakable relationships. And it took me a lot of trial and error, learning from a lot of different people, a lot of failed relationships to finally figure this one out. And so today I wanted to share one of the things that I like to do on a daily basis and how to keep it spicy so it's not just this mundane thing. And the reason why I say that is because at one point in my life, it was a checklist item. I just did it to get it off the list. And so every single week it was the same thing. And then it's basically people begin to build up toleration and expectation and different things. But I want to go over one of the A's, which is acknowledgement, and actually investing time each day, picking two people, one family, one friend, and to acknowledge their importance in your life. And this isn't a huge, big thing. It literally takes me maybe 1 to 2 minutes. So yesterday, I don't have it here. I already dropped it off in their rooms. But what I like doing is I take pictures with my kids. I used to not ever take pictures, and I had the memories up here. But what I found is when I would see other people's pictures and postings and different things, I thought, oh my gosh, it's so cool to be able to look back and to relive those experiences. So now I have become the dad all these years later that pulls out the camera, takes pictures when I'm with my kids, doing different experiences, even the smallest things, but where we are creating memories. So that way I have something to revisit. But what I do is, depending on which kid, once a week, I will print out one of those pictures. And on the back, I just write a love note of acknowledgement and appreciation, or something that I honor about them, something that popped up throughout the week. And I just write these little words of encouragement and leave them on my kids' beds. And what I have found is through doing this now for several years, they actually keep the pictures, which blew me away. They've kept the pictures. Now they have all these notes knowing how their dad feels about them, how much I love them, how I love creating experiences with them. And it's basically like this little life journal that they get. And so I remember the first time someone shared it with me, I thought, how cool. That is something that I can invest a few minutes a week in, each kid, and build a lifetime of memories. So as now they're 11 and 9, as they continue to get older and older, they know exactly how much their father loves them, not through what I say, but through capturing memories, creating experiences, and then writing these notes. So that is just the thing that I did yesterday so I could make sure that I hit my daily commitment to myself to let two people know what I love, honor, appreciate, remember, whatever it is about them or times with them. So I like doing the same things. You can pick a text. I will do a video, a quick little video like this one right here, an audio, old school note. I'll do this to my wife every once in a while, just write a love note and mail it to ourselves, but to her. And when she reads these things, she knows I am top of mind of my husband. He desires to know and to understand me. He's thinking of me. And so these are the type of things how you can make relationships unbreakable. It's the daily deposits. Because I'll share this. I've actually worked with over the last 7 years now, 8 years. I've worked with a lot of individuals that are going through divorces and actually helping them either navigate it or look to reconnect. And the one thing that I have learned is if you treat the end as if it were the beginning, there will never be an end. And what I mean by that is so many times we see when people start courting each other and hanging out, first of all, they're having fun quite often, but they're doing things and wanting to learn about them and asking questions and thinking about them. And then at some point in the relationship, that just becomes an expectation, a given, and it starts to die off. So if you continue to treat the end as if it were the beginning, every part of the relationship stays that exciting, and it just, I don't know, it just makes life so much fun, always looking at getting these layers, digging deeper and pursuing. Because I've never once met an individual when it comes to marriage say, you know what, my significant other totally understands me. They acknowledge me, they appreciate me, they think about me, they share their feelings with me. The sex life and intimacy is off the charts amazing. They're an amazing parent to our kids. They're a provider. They do all this stuff. I'm going to get divorced. It just never happens. Usually it's the complaints. They're a terrible parent. They're not present. They're not taking care or pulling their own weight. They're not taking care of themselves. And that's one that I had to learn the hard way. Years and years ago, when my wife said she felt like my mom had taken care of another kid, I went, holy crap. I do not want my wife to think of children when she looks at me. I want her to think of, there is my man, my significant other, the person, my soulmate that just loves and adores me and picks up after himself and surprises me by helping out daily and pulling his weight and helping with the kids and all this stuff. So I didn't want to keep this too long, but I did want to share one of the things that I just did real time and sharing openly of how to build unbreakable relationships, whether it's with your kids, your spouse, your friends, your coworkers, whatever it is. When you do the acknowledge and you actually send that out and you do it daily, again, 2 a day, and it just becomes who you are, people know that you actually care about them. They know how you feel, what you're thinking about them, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So I'm going to give you a challenge. Starting today, pick 2 people in your life and just do something simple, a text, a note, a phone call, something that only takes a minute or 2, but just saying, hey, I'm thinking about you. I wanted to share something that I really appreciate about you, or want to acknowledge something that you did earlier this week that is resonating with me, and I wanted to share how important it is, and I wanted to thank you. I think you'd be surprised at, by making these daily deposits, how much the credit grows in these relationships, and it just becomes fun. Like when you're pouring your love out on people because you love yourself first, and you're doing this with people that you care about, just loving on them, it becomes a love fest, and it's super cool. So I look forward to hearing what you're doing, the challenge, 2 a day, every single day. Let's do a 10-day challenge. Why not? For 10 days straight, do it, and then share your results in here. Let me know how it's doing, how your life is changing, how relationships are growing, and how you're pouring into yourself and to others. Take care.